Hello everyone and welcome to the 2024 Lexus TX 350, Lexus's new nameplate to justify a new 3-row crossover. You may remember the RXL. That was perhaps a little bit of an afterthought. It wasn't at all a bad product, but it was the RX with a little bit of cosmetic surgery on the rear end so that they could put a third row in there. And the third row itself could justify toddlers at most. This product, built on the new Grand Highlander, is justifying a better use of a third row space for those taller passengers that you might be shuttling about on more than just occasional basis. And I will preface that this is a good product. It does its job, it's effective, and it's mostly satisfying the criteria of what I think a premium product should. But given that I have the 2.4 litre turbo 4-cylinder with 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, it feels a little anemic up against the Grand Highlander that I tested with its hybrid max power plant. There's going to be a lot of comparisons between this and the Grand Highlander. So forgive me if you are sick of hearing comparisons, but this is a product review that you have to really qualify that other product as well, because they both do their jobs of shuttling about big people very well. For me, being 6'4", front row of seating, excellent. I'm very happy you have thigh extenders, which is perhaps the single most valuable piece of technology in a car for me. Second row seats, yep, I can sit behind myself, no problem at all. There's some quick buttons or latches, so anybody can pull on those, press on those, and get into the third row seating, which truthfully isn't that bad. Yes, sitting behind myself in the second row wouldn't be all that feasible, but you can see that the rear seats do recline a fair bit, and with the knees sky high in the air, you're not going to be spending all that much time back there, I would think. They raise and lower with one button press that can be accessed through the door or in the rear hatch. And with the trunk, it's a perfectly reasonable amount of space. Underneath, you've got a space saver spare wheel, and here on the screen you have the dimensions for the cargo capacity for this versus the Grand Highlander. So what does that leave you with? The rest of the Lexus experience. And as a driving experience, this is a very relaxed car to operate. Light steering, body control is good, but I think the 22-inch wheels on this example, the Executive, are too big. There's plenty of instances where you think the suspension is crashing about a bit, but I think it's just because there's not enough rubber on that sidewall. You can kind of tell how well the suspension is calibrated when you go on a long windy section or an on-ramp to the highway. That's where the body control is excellent. Holds itself together very nicely. It's just, if I was buying this product and I was regularly driving on choppy roads, I would put a downsized rim on this product just to have a little more give. For the interior, there's not too much new to say here. We've got the huge touchscreen, and I have really come to like this system. Of course, I would prefer physical buttons, but with the touchscreen never losing your options to change around your temperature, your fan speed, all that kind of stuff, that's great. And you can see that the touch response is very, very good. I have come to like it. I wouldn't say it's a better solution than what so many other cars have of just simple knobs and switches, but it works well, and we should praise products that do work well in this leap of touchscreen technology. Some of them just get it absolutely wrong. They need to be called out for it. Some of the big differences for the interior comparing this to the Highlander, though, is the storage solution. So you've got these modular cup holders, 4 of them, all of which you can take out and store here in the center console if you wanted to do so, reorganize them if needs suited. And I like having this tray here with the wireless phone charger where you can open up a little more storage space. Means that I typically forget my phone in my car because I've pushed that out of view and out of mind. But to open up this space where you get rid of the cup holders, It means you could throw in umbrellas or your purse, that kind of a thing. It's a good idea. At highway speed, it's exceptionally quiet, it's got dual pane glass, really not an echoey cabin at all, and the Mark Leveson sound system is one of the top reasons why I would buy a Lexus. It is very, very good, nice and balanced. So where's the fault of this product? In my mind, I'm not particularly wowed by it. I don't like the way it looks on the outside. It looks a bit faceless, leaves me a bit cold, and the interior, it works and it's got some creative solutions to it, but there's nothing in here for me to get particularly excited about. And because of that, I would rather go out and buy the Grand Highlander in any of its powertrain configurations, because it will save me money and it will be just as effective of a product. That's the fundamental problem, is that they're both effective, well-designed products. It's just as a premium vehicle, a premium nameplate, I would want something else in this Lexus to really entice me to spend that extra money. And where there's many Lexus products where I certainly feel that way, you know, an NX versus a RAV4, there's a difference there. There's something more. And maybe the problem is the Grand Highlander really is just too good. It's really excelling, whilst this is matching expectations. I'm not sure. I'm a little conflicted by it, but I will say that if you're out there going out shopping for a Lexus TX, you won't find anything that really disappoints you, but definitely try out the hybrid powertrain and what will be coming out next year, 2025, the plug-in hybrid powertrain, because the 2.4 litre, it's effective, and the 8-speed transmission, when it's warm, it gears up and down nicely, but punching it now, I've gone from 2,000 RPM to about 4,000 to pick up pace, and I've wanted it to do a little bit more than that. Yes, you can use the paddles and change gears that way, but they lock you out of so many of them that they really are an extraneous feature to this steering wheel. And on startup, I have noticed that this 2.4 does sound quite gravelly on the inside and the outside. Once everything's warmed up, things are definitely better. I'm sure it makes sense to Lexus to have this product be more readily available to the masses with its 2.4 litre engine, but as a premium product, I would half hope that its base version was a more powerful offering than what we got in the Grand Highlander. So that's a collection of my thoughts towards this product. I hope you find this review useful. Thank you very much for taking the time to watching this video, and I'll see you again on the channel soon.